There are strange things out there that seem to have no explanation. Sometimes they are conjured up by the darkest corners of our subconscious, but on occasion they dwell beyond the confines of our imagination. They may come from another realm, or out of the sky, or from beyond the grave. Once they set foot into our world, the line between dreams and reality becomes unclear. It's our job to investigate these reports and compile the Virginia Paranormal Case Files. In the 10 years since VAPI was founded, we've traveled the state exploring reports of paranormal activity. We've traveled down dark, creepy roads where lonely spirits linger, visited historic sites where echoes from the past can still be heard, and responded to countless calls from private residents in search of answers. Still, we haven't seen everything. Every time the phone rings in a paranormal investigation office, you can count on receiving an interesting report. Whether it's lights in the sky, shadow people, or unexplained sounds in the night, there are countless anomalies waiting to be explained. Sometimes the clients are tormented by the manifestation, but other times they are comfortable residing with a ghost and just want confirmation. When the phone rang on November 25th, I was surprised to hear just how comfortable our new client was with her supernatural roommate. As I listened, she explained that she was interested in pursuing a relationship with a spirit. She went on to say that she believed the ghost to be that of Bill Paxton, the actor. Apparently, she had been friends with him on Facebook before he passed, and now, through an Ouija board, she revealed him to be haunting her home. Then she reported something that I've never heard before. She said that she was impregnated by the spirit and needed to know how to give birth to a ghost baby. This was probably the point where other investigators would have dropped the case, but I knew I had to respond. On the chance that these reports were true, this would be an extraordinary find, but at the very least, I felt that there may have been some force at work in this case. On December 8th, our team headed out to Tappahannock. Along the way, Linda, David, and I discussed the report. I've been thinking about it, how do you investigate something like this? Because it's very unique. It's something we haven't really, a type of case that we haven't really handled
Absolutely.
In the past. But in thinking about this, actually, I think if there is a spirit that is within her, the ghost of a spirit, then it should give off some of the same readings as a ghost.
You would think so.
So it should be able to be picked up by the EMF detector,
Yes.
but also what we're going to do, I think, is have David put on the stethoscope and listen to her stomach and perhaps ask for a knocking response.
A knocking response.
No.
Maybe a kicking response.
A kicking response. Yes. Think about this, right? If this is 2 months, if she is 2 months pregnant, now a normal baby would not be able to do that.
Right.
But a ghost baby, I don't believe it would be conceived as a baby. However, perhaps a spirit could possess a seed that is in her stomach, per se.
Could be.
And therefore, it would actually be intelligent.
Yeah.
Whatever in there that is under the control of the spirit would be intelligent.
Right.
So it should actually be able to respond and possibly even give us a EVP.
Yeah. And the scary thing is that there's so many instances where women have claimed that they were impregnated by the devil. And they end up giving birth to this creature that runs out and kills livestock and ends up, living out in the woods. And some of these are the creatures that we actually see nowadays that people experience, and they're like, what in the hell is this? And it's like this little devil creature.
The Jersey Devil.
The Jersey Devil is
Absolutely.
one of those things. That's probably the most well-known. There's some in the Amish community that are well-known as well. One woman gave birth to a half-demon child sort of thing, and this thing ended up living out in the woods. But, there's a lot of instances like that. So, but these things are intelligent. That's just it. It's not, just because they're these little scary looking creatures doesn't mean they're not intelligent. So I'd be willing to bet that it probably has some sort of supernatural powers if this is a devil baby.
Tappahannock is an Indian word referring to the oldest town on the east side of Essex County. We followed Route 17 through town and arrived at the residence around 2:30 p.m. We weren't sure what to expect from the neighborhood or the resident, which is why we always maintain a high level of situational awareness. Fortunately, it seemed like a nice enough place. When we arrived, we met the client Dawn and her friend Keith. She was eager to tell us her story, and we couldn't wait to hear it. So we sat down at her table for an interview.
Well, my experience is I talk to spirits, and I'm in love with this guy, the actor on Twister, and he's in love with me. And when I talk to him, I grab a necklace, like the necklace can go like this and go like this, and all this something. I just like felt him like cool, like him on me.
Well, me and my best friend Don been talking to the Ouija board, and he's been answering our questions, and Bill said he likes me as a friend, and it's okay if I can be a good friend to Dawn, and whenever she uses the necklace, she asks him, do he like me, and he answers yes.
He's really a good spirit. He don't do no harm. He's nice and calm. And the one thing I experienced him the next morning, my kitchen door was open the next morning, and because I usually keep it closed at night, so like all of a sudden we just thought like kissing like, and like I like feel him next to me when like we go be like I be going like rubbing him, and it just blew my mind, just like excited, like I actually like read him, like felt him on me and stuff. And my son, he said that he saw him sitting on the side of the bed, naked. Well, he did have underwear on. So my son, he said he saw him. I had called the sidekick, and she told me, I'm pregnant with a goose baby. And every morning I'm up, every morning throwing up. I had strange cravings. Because last week I ate, that's what I had? Chicken sandwich with peanut butter on it.
Oh wow, that actually sounds pretty good.
I had it from McDonald's.
The baby is because of Bill Paxton?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she told me I'm having twins.
So this is the necklace that you've used?
Yeah. And I showed it to my daughter, and I said, look, I ain't moving my fingers. I ain't moving my finger or nothing. If I can keep still, because I'm nervous.
The client attempted to use her necklace as a pendulum. A pendulum is a weighted object that can swing back and forth. Psychics and ghost hunters sometimes use pendulums to obtain a response from an entity that may be haunting a location. The pendulum may move back and forth or clockwise and counterclockwise. The theory is that the more the pendulum moves, the stronger the spiritual energy is at the location.
Hey, baby, can you see the paranormal people that here? Can you see them? Can I go out tonight? Yes or no? Can I hang out with my friends next weekend? Yes or no? So he's telling me no. Okay, baby, that's why I asked. You can stop.
Yeah, it certainly does swing, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I saw the Ouija board here.
Yeah.
You use that too to talk to them?
Yeah.
How long have you been using the Ouija board?
I've been using it for 3 years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you've talked to other spirits through the board?
Yeah, I talked to the spirits talk to me too.
Okay.
And stuff.
After getting what she believed to be responses through the necklace, Dawn revealed that this was not her first time being pregnant with a ghost baby.
And she said, you definitely pregnant with his baby. Then the next couple of weeks, I gave birth to a ghost baby because I was like going like this. oh my God. I was like actually pushing like a real woman, like pregnant woman would.
Yeah.
It's like,
And you could feel it like just like a normal baby
yeah.
would come out?
Yeah, I could feel like a normal baby would come out of me, and because my ex-boyfriend, he was there with me, he helped me deliver it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God. I was like, this is actually real.
So what happened to that ghost baby?
Well, it's a girl. She's probably about 10 or 11 by now. I kept her with her dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she's with her dad.
Oh, all right.
Which I call my ex-ghost boyfriend.
Okay.
Dawn and Keith decided to demonstrate how they have been using the Ouija board to communicate with Bill. The Ouija board was introduced by Elijah Bond in 1890 as a parlor game. During World War I, spiritualists popularized its use as a divining tool, claiming that it could be used to talk to the dead. The board has the letters of the alphabet, numbers 0 through 9, and the words yes, no, and goodbye. Participants place their fingers on the planchette and ask questions. Christian churches have warned that the Ouija board can open a doorway for demons to possess the user. I've received many reports of activity surrounding the board. I wasn't willing to touch it, even though it was made by Parker Brothers. However, I did see this as an opportunity to monitor the environment and record any spirits that may manifest during the session. So what they're going to do right now is a Ouija board session to see if they can, because this is how one of the means they've been using to communicate with Bill Paxton's spirit. We're going to keep the EMF detector going because this is a unique opportunity to keep the EMF detector going during a Ouija board session and see if there's any levels that come through. Anything else? Let's pull out the thermometers and keep them going as well. We'll monitor the temperature levels as well.
Hey baby, are you happy that the paranormal people are here? Yes or no? Yes. Is it okay for me and Keith stay as friends? Yes or no? Yes. Do you really love me? Yes or no? Yes. Aww. Let's see.
What if you ask a question that would require a response more than a yes or no response? Perhaps to give you a name or something to that effect, that it would have to spell something out.
Spell something out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I can ask him, spell his name?
His name, or maybe if he's thought of a baby name, maybe something like that. Have you asked that?
What you want, if it's a boy, and if the twins are boys, what you want to name them? B. I. L. Bill what?
Need me? Oh,
I still need you.
okay.
Bill what? Bill and I. Bill Nix. Hold on. That's the baby middle name.
As soon as the name Nix came through, it put up a red flag for Linda. The yes responses and the name Bill may have come from the subconscious, but Nix is the term for a shape-shifting water spirit in Nordic folklore. The males are believed to have the ability to assume the form of a human, fish, snake, or in this case, perhaps the form of Bill Paxton. we decided to activate the spirit box and see if we could get any relevant responses.
What we'll do is we'll turn on the spirit box now, and we'll sit down and we'll ask some questions and see if anything answers us through a spirit box session.
Okay.
Okay. So in doing that, we're going to use the external speaker this time. That way you all can hear as well if there are any responses to the questions we ask. Okay.
Okay.
And feel free to ask any questions you would like to as we go along as well. We'll introduce ourselves. I'm Jeff.
I'm Linda.
I'm David.
I'm Dawn.
And we're here visiting because Dawn invited us up here to see if we can get any answers as to if Bill Paxton is here with us. Could you please tell us if you are here right now? Or something. Could you tell us how you feel about Dawn? Are there any messages that you would like to convey? We have this a Ouija board here that they've been using to speak with you. Is that the best? Is that the best means of communication? Is that the best way to talk to you?
When you were speaking, it sounded like it said, "What's the name?" or "That's the name."
That's the name. That's the name of what?
Could be referring to the baby.
Ah.
The baby name.
Do you know if the baby is going to be a boy or a girl? Do you have other children? Are you okay with us being here? Something about the old lady? You hear old lady or something like that?
I thought it said baby.
Baby? Did it say baby?
It might have said baby.
What was your favorite movie that you were in? Now sometimes radio chatter does come through here as well, so it does pick up like radio stations as well. It's not just like spiritual activity that'll come through.
Look,
This one that she has is an app, and a lot of the apps that people use on the phones, they're not credible apps. They don't really work well. They're just kind of made for entertainment. But this one has been one of those apps that we've used at various locations, and it's given us some direct responses that were related to that location. And the way it was described to us is like sometimes
RS loaded.
if it's not very active there, you might not get a lot of responses through it, but sometimes if it is active, you may get direct responses through the pertaining to the location. So, Linda, I'll go ahead and let you fire that one up.
Okay.
According to AppyDroid, the ERS Paratech is a speech and phoneme generator that uses AI technology combining a unique algorithm matching 3 AI-generated and picked words. If 3 words are picked from the AI process, the app displays the populated word, which was chosen 3 times within a 30-word cycle. As I told the client, we don't put too much faith in cell phone apps, but we do like to experiment, as the ERS Paratech has produced some interesting results in the past. When we run the app, we look for direct responses or words that relate to the haunting, which in this case may be something like Twister or Apollo 13. In this case, the app malfunctioned, which we found interesting as spirits have been reported to interfere with electronic devices.
My phone is actually malfunctioning a little bit, and which is really odd. It's not an old phone, and usually it works quite well. But I was trying to pull something up just a few minutes ago while you were doing the spirit box session, and the phone, the whole thing was blurry. I don't know why that is. I've never seen a phone do that before, but I could see my screen. I could see the home screen, but it was just everything was blurry.
Interesting.
So, and now this thing is acting weird. Like it won't turn on.
So it's not functioning at all, huh?
Yeah, I mean the ERS is halfway off of the screen here, and so is the button. And normally you have to push the power button here to get it to actually start sweeping through, and it's just not doing it.
That's what I hate about cell phones.
Maximum speed. Maximum speed.
I mean, other functions on here are working. You can pull up the trigger history.
Try rebooting the phone. Oftentimes when there are spirits around too, they do manipulate electronic devices as well. Sometimes they'll interfere with electronics. Lights come on and go off. TVs get affected. Cell phones. Sometimes batteries will be drained.
No.
Like scrub and loose hair mustard ice underscore.
Why does it sound like that? Why is it doing that?
Scanning stopped.
I don't know.
Did you see it? You heard that?
Yeah, I definitely heard that.
What did you do to make it start?
I just pushed I pushed the top of the screen, like up here by the H.
Yeah. And it just started doing that?
Yeah.
What?
Does the power button work now though?
Started scanning.
There we go.
Already felt waves in an exact moment of love, one halfway crossing to love for and
Said love.
for you. Which you'll
For you.
Section device and loading. Toe speed 16. Go power street. Footage. Quadrat things upstairs. Heavy fan mad.
It's like it's reading off its entire database.
Globally key number range haunting week Michael floor include interrupt study long Charlotte inches point
Said
very
floor.
reached not about describe Victor at NG.
This is not what it usually does, is it?
No.
This isn't how this thing acts.
No. But it is coming up with words.
It is.
Quantum port. Fall fear me. Holy them.
Quantum port.
Cats scary. Do not fall. Rapture Island.
The app didn't appear to function properly while we were at the location. After the investigation, Linda turned it on in the car, and it worked as usual.
I would like to get a look back in the bedroom, because she says that's where the most activity actually occurs. So I think we ought to go back there and maybe try a spirit box session back there and see what happens.
All right, let's do that.
Now let's suppose if me and get into it again, like y'all can record because I'm not gonna take my pants and I'll just
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
So y'all need me to do that
Whatever you normally do, whatever you think would invoke the
Normally,
spirit.
yeah.
Absolutely.
We decided to take the investigation into the bedroom, where the spirit was reportedly most active.
See, that's where he sleeps on this side,
Yeah. Okay.
and I sleep over here.
All right.
Here, Dave, I'll give you the.
Oh yeah.
All right. What do you want to do? You want to set this maybe just this thermometer? Set it
Yeah.
up here just to kind of monitor. It's currently at
Yeah, and
72.
just for record, the thermometer, it did go up from 66.
All right. Should I just go ahead and start this?
Yeah, I would go ahead and start it.
Okay, time to see some action.
Did you turn this off?
I don't think I ever turned it off. I might have turned it off.
Am I gonna see me go
Now in
wild?
oxy
There you go.
mode.
Okay. There we go.
As I held the camera, I realized that Dawn appeared to be having relations with an unseen entity.
my God, I feel so good.
And the spirit box did the same thing during the whole session.
Bill, are you here with us?
Very quiet back here.
At this point, we weren't sure exactly what to think. The spirit box and EMF detector remained fairly quiet. Was Dawn interacting with an unseen entity? And if so, did I just record Bill Paxton's last appearance on film? We decided to experiment with the dowsing rods. Dowsing may have originated in 16th century Germany as a way to locate water, buried objects, and grave sites. Some believe that spirits can communicate through dowsing rods, giving yes-no responses, or by causing them to point in a specific direction. I'm still somewhat skeptical, but since my dad told me that dowsing rods led him to his pill bottle, I felt compelled to give them a try.
Okay, so we're gonna use these dowsing rods. They're kind of controversial. They're not guaranteed that they work, and even when they do move, it's not necessarily a spirit moving them by any means. Like I said, there's a lot of controversy with them, but people typically use dowsing rods to find wells, and they use them to find graves, and we experiment with them just to see what kind of results we get. Okay. Is there a spirit in this room with us?
Is it, will they cross for yes and go apart for no, or vice versa?
Yes. Yeah.
Cross for yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
They are moving quite a bit.
They are. Bring the tips up a little bit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, snap, he's in here.
Could you tell us where the spirit is standing? Could you point to that area of the room?
Next to me. Oh, snap.
That one went right over to her.
Next to me. He's next to me. Oh, snap.
Is the spirit... Oh, let me set these here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Aside from Bill, are there any other spirits in this house? Looks like Bill might be the only one.
That's a no.
Oh.
Is there a reason that you won't come near that device to let us know that you're here?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. There's no way to find out what that reason is, though. You know?
No.
But he won't come near that device.
So I'm gonna show you love to let you know they're not gonna get rid of you, okay? So I'm gonna show them some love. Okay. Mm. 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 See, don't worry, baby. Now he's happy.
It's happy. Good. Good.
See, like, cause you can tell, just look at him. Every time I look at this, because I got put stuff in. Look, every time he looks like, every time I look, he's looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's him when he was playing with the Apollo 13.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And my friend showed me that picture.
Yeah, that's Bill and Dawn. He rubbing her stomach.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, I drew that.
This is an EMF detector. So what it does is it detects electromagnetic fields, which are believed to be given off by spirits. Not always, but sometimes. I'd be interested to see if you went like this, if it were to give any kind of reading.
Okay. Onto my
Just,
stomach.
yeah, and it, like I said, it's not guaranteed either way, but it would just be interesting to see. Yeah.
Yeah, put the red tip of it
Okay.
against your stomach there.
Just an experiment. We've never tried it before.
Right. Yeah. Worth a try.
Unique case, of course. So
Definitely worth a try. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like 2 months.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know. What do you think?
After leaving the location, we were speechless for several minutes of the ride. We stopped at a cookout in Gloucester to get some dinner and discuss the case. So an interesting thing that Linda brought up here, referring to the Ouija board session at the residence,
Yes.
there was a middle name that came through, Nix, N-I-X, and a little bit of research revealed that this is actually the name of a demon?
Well, yeah, they say that it's the name of a demon. It's also the name of a water spirit of sorts in mythology, in Greek mythology. And evidently this is a half human, half fish sort of being that has the ability to take different forms. And it can also supposedly marry women and bear children, bear human children, which is kind of interesting considering the fact that this woman claims to be married to the spirit and claims to be now about to give birth to its child.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And this is not the type of person that would have ever known or ever heard of the name Nix before.
Exactly, one of those things that we're wondering about.
Yeah, she would not have known that. She never would have of all the names to make up, if she were to be faking this, I'm not saying she was, but if she were to be faking the Ouija board session, she would have come up with any other name.
Anything other than
But
Nix.
not Nix.
Yeah.
She would not
And
have
that's
come
not
up
even a
with
common name for a person. I mean,
No.
these are people...
No, Nick is, but
Yeah.
not N-I-X.
Right. Before leaving, we posed with the Christmas tree. This was definitely a unique case. I always maintain a certain level of skepticism when conducting paranormal investigations. Many times we don't walk away with hard evidence, only the witness testimonies. A few voices came through the spirit box, but they could be attributed to normal radio chatter. There was also the malfunction with Linda's cell phone, but there's no guarantee that was due to paranormal activity. Based on my experiences interacting with clients, I can usually get a good feel for whether or not the person is sincere. I think that Dawn genuinely believes her house is haunted.